Hi there, welcome to week 3 of Movin at the Museum. This week is movement in our environment, so go ahead and find a little space for yourself and join us. So go ahead and just start with your feet firmly planted, all of your toes and your heels on the ground, your arms at your sides. Just standing tall, everything stacked and straight and tall and strong. You can close your eyes if you'd like, or leave them open. Because this is about our environment, I want to take a minute to just think about where you're at. You can think about whether you're in a cluttered space, in a space made for working out, in a space not made for working out, for breathing. Maybe there's distractions, there's noises, or maybe you're all by yourself. These two photographs behind me, I think, are sort of indicative of a lot of our minds, certainly of a lot of our experiences. So I want to start this one by just taking a minute to find silence and stillness. Breathing. And while we're here, just not letting your thoughts distract you. So working on a little bit of meditation. And as thoughts come into your brain, things you have to do, you just sort of observe them, like a butterfly landing on a flower, or a plane going by, and just letting them go without engaging with them. This will only be a few minutes for breathing and for focusing on yourself and your body right now in the midst of chaos and clutter. Start your breathing. Notice if it's audible. Put a hand on your belly and a hand on your chest. Feel your breath come in, feel it fill up your abdomen, and then feel it leave. Focusing on your posture as you breathe. Are you slouching, falling into comfort? Are you really working here to resist falling into all of your patterns, your thoughts, your busyness? Good. Go ahead and let your hands go. Bring them up. Come into a big wide second position and let everything fall. We're really going to work on balance and centering today. Focusing on your core, focusing on the nucleus of ourselves that makes us strong, that keeps us steady, and that is also, of course, used metaphorically as our goal, our mindset, right? Staying focused. So having some grace with our minds, but definitely working on the physical aspects of ourselves that keep us strong and centered. We're going to stand here, breathe in, up, out, turn. Breathe in, up, out, turn. Breathe in, up. Make sure your back is straight and tall, out, turn. Last one, you're going to breathe in and bring it back to the front on that exhale. Breathe in. Back to the center. Good. Other side. Breathe in, up. Third. Breathe in. So we're gonna move into a plie. Big, wide second position. You can be a squat if you're more comfortable with that word. What we're gonna do in this position is we're gonna move into some lunges. And as you're here, if you can, stay in the plie the entire time we do them. If you'd like to come up in the middle to give your legs and your knees a break, that's okay too. So go into the second position, deep plie lunge. Pivot onto your right foot and sink. Staying here, not sinking here, staying here. Feeling it all through your glutes, working on your core, working on your abdomen, working on your nucleus. Coming back to center and left side. Center, remembering to breathe. Last one. Okay, go ahead and straighten your legs. Give yourself a little bend, a little generosity here. Bending at the legs, moving through your legs. Focusing on staying upright. Good. Now we're gonna do, now that our thighs are burning a little bit, we're gonna come into a first position with your legs in a V. And we're gonna do a similar sort of kind of strength exercise with our core, but we're actually gonna kind of be shifting our center of gravity a little bit. Go ahead and put your hands here. You're gonna plie, little squat, and slide your right foot forward in this plie, slide it back. You're gonna slide it to the side, the back, and the side. We're gonna do both sides. The goal here is you're staying like this. Remember to keep everything tucked as you're doing this. And when you move, you're really just kind of shifting. You're not actually putting your weight onto this other leg as if you were going to start moving from that position. You're keeping everything on this left side and you're really just bringing everything back, right? It helps if you think about your toes touching and not your whole foot, so you're not gonna spring off into a different position. So go ahead and put your hands on your sides into a plie. Breathe in and out, and forward, slide, and back, to the side, slide, and back, keeping everything as still as possible to the back, slide, back, slide, and back. Go ahead and stand up, work out the little tightness in your left leg if you're feeling it like I am. Come back to the plie, left side, slide forward, back, slide side, back, and back, to the side, and back. And while you're here, it's a good test if you slide sideways and you can't pick up that leg, then you've transferred your weight. Same with the front and back, right? You want that leg to be mobile, even if you have visually shifted weight to it. Good. Go ahead and bring your arms up. And stretch it down, all the way down to the front. However wide you are here, that's totally fine. Or if you just wanna, maybe use a chair or a wall to get a similar, we're gonna twist, to get a similar twist without the strain on your knees. So go ahead and come down. Firmly plant your hands, if you can, or your fingertips. Make sure your right hand is perfectly in the middle of your feet, or as close in the middle as you can judge. Bring your left hand up through your arm, twist it up, and open it to the sky. Breathing here, finding your breath. Coming back down when you're ready. Replacing your right hand with your left hand and doing the same, bringing it up through the center. With your head following your hand. Thinking about your center line, which is now your left hand. And how your body accommodates to recenter itself. Coming back down when you're ready. Go ahead and squat. And roll it up. Go ahead and bring your legs together. We're gonna end with 2 different balancing poses. If you'd like to use a wall or a chair to keep your balance, that's welcomed. We're gonna start with a tree pose, and whatever leg you're strongest on or you feel most confident on, I'm probably gonna use my left. Bringing your right leg, it can be low or it can be high, whatever you're comfortable with, or if you wanna touch a wall while you do it, go ahead and bring it in, bring it up. Finding a spot to focus, but here thinking wherever your arms wanna be, whether you want them down or up or in the center, thinking about your center, thinking about your balance, thinking about what is working for you, where your center of gravity is, what is pushing, what is working. Holding your glutes tight, no matter how high or low your tree is, holding your glutes so you don't fall over, and holding your back, holding your abs, pushing everything together upwards, up from the ground, like a tree, out of the ground, growing up towards the sky. The shoulders are up and back. If you need a bend, make sure you're not locking your knee. Finding a spot to look out for your balance. Breathing. I'm going to switch sides. You can or don't have to. Pushing your right hip against your foot, creating balance out of tension, kind of like the earth. Friction creating order. When you're done here, either with trying to balance or balancing, take a deep breath. Gently bring your leg down. Arms go up. When arms come down, you're going to go into a crouch, falling all the way slowly down, grabbing everything as you do. Hugging your legs. If you'd like to hold yourself up here, that's fine. Holding yourself and balancing here. Focusing on a different center of gravity. This one might feel more comfortable, it's less exposed. Making sure you're on your toes. But using the same focus. And in this position, I invite you to also think about the ways that you, maybe the things that you're worried about doing today, or the stressors that you have, or environmental factors, or the messiness of your house, whatever's around you. Maybe looking at the things behind me and thinking through consumption and busyness. So just take these last few seconds, these few precious seconds of your own exercising, of your own reflection, and maybe make some mindful observations about how you can go about that day, thinking of your center, thinking of yourself, thinking of your strength and your core and your balance. When things are aligned and stacked, how you succeed and how you're able to test your own limits. From here, I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next week.